Right, we'll continue on. We got 45-degree loading now, and I'll go through some of the simple steps. And like I said in the in that previous video on when I was on 90-degree, that is, about the hiccup that I had because I didn't know a key phrase within the civil earthworks when I first started. So in this one here, we'll go. It's 45-degree loading, which is very simple, like we've been discussing. It's obviously the excavator's got to move roughly 45 degrees to load your truck. This is probably one of the most productive ways to load if you've got the room to do it, because the excavator is travelling less to load you in, which means he's going back and pick it up and is essentially able to load you quicker. So we'll go in this case. We'll say it again. Just say you're starting out and then in the load and haul in the trucks. And what we did on the 90-degree, we want to do it again if we can. So let's say in this case, we're coming in, we've got room here. Well, in this case here, the operator will have the bucket over here probably ready. And if you can, you come in nice and wide, obviously giving that bucket room. You don't want to be coming in too close to that. And obviously swing around again and really square yourself up. Now this one here, 45-degree, it can be tricky. Just say, let's say in this case there's no previous tyre tracks, you're really not sure on where he actually wants you, and this operator may be just sitting there. And over the two-way radio, and this is what caught me out when I first started. Over the two-way radio, he goes, I just back up to my idler. Now at this stage, I only just got into the industry, only just got my RAAI for articulate or rigid load and haul, and I had no experience with excavators at all, so I'm asking myself what the bloody hell is an idler. And it was actually quite worrying that well, not worrying I should say, but in that case there I got it wrong. I think it was like twice, and the operator here was rather pissed off, and that's what frustrated me on that, because as an operator and even as myself in general, I want to get stuff right, and I know that a lot of other people do as well. And a lot of other people probably are very similar to me, that you don't want to get roused on, and you do actually want it, but sometimes you just don't know until you're actually in the industry for some time and you start really getting momentum and understanding the lingo and how it all flows. So I'll give you this example so you don't get roused on, because it'll be nice and simple. So we'll go to an excavator up here, and when the operator's talking about an idler, you got to drive sprocket. So the sprockets, it's pretty much, well, it's not exactly the same, but it's almost like a bike sprocket for the chain. So that's your drive one. That actually drives your tracks. And right on the front, you got your idle wheel, which it doesn't have the teeth on it to drive. It just roughly guides it, and that's what they're talking about on the idler. So you can see it. You can see it here. The idle would be up here somewhere. Let's just put a dot here, and that's roughly what the operator's telling you or asking you is to line your machine up with his idler, and that will give you a bit of a guide on where the operator actually wants you. Yes, it's a little bit easier if the operator's already moved the bucket over, and you got the clear understanding of where you go in. But that being said, I have also seen some truck drivers, they'll have it up here, and then the truck operator will be wanting to go in on 90 degrees, and that can be frustrating for them as well. So I work with a great deal of really patient, really good excavator operators that will give you an idea. They'll actually say, I'll load you on the 45, just line yourself up with my idler. So it gives you that. It's a really good indication. So that one there's a nice easy one, and like easy one wasn't for me when I first started, but like I said before, if you're starting out, really square yourself up so you give yourself the best opportunity to get that good vision in your side mirrors of the bucket, so you can come straight back smooth as fast. So obviously once you get a bit more used to it, you can probably come in, you can probably cut in a little bit more on this angle to shorten it up or out here. But I find even now I'll still square up just that little bit more, and I'll be able to just get good vision. You don't lose the excavator bucket at all, and you just get back there. What else are we going to start? Alright, I was going to also discuss just a couple of I'll do it real quick, a couple of key signals that an excavator operator may use. So he may blast the horn, and that's for when the excavator operator wants you to stop, or that means also that you're loaded and get out of there. Another one is hang the bucket. And that's roughly only used when you're loaded. So an excavator operator will slow around and probably hang the bucket around there, and to give you that idea that you can see it in your side mirror that you're loaded. He'll just sit there kind of. So that's hang the bucket. I've run out of room. Some will actually some can actually pat the load. So once your last one's on, kind of pat your load, and that's also their way of signalling to get out of there. Obviously not for loading. Or another one is actually when you're actually coming into position, it may just start. Well, let's just call it loading. So if you're coming back and the excavator's got a loaded bucket there, and you're driving back, and the operator's starting to flick that load into your tub, that's pretty much him saying stop. That one there, and obviously you've got your two-way radio as well. Two-way radio can give you he might give you a call up there saying that's loaded and you're out of there. A lot of the time, the blasting in the horn, just say if you're doing a night shift or something like that and you're around residential, they might have some limitations on that. So that's why there's so many different ways to signal that you're good to stop or good to go. And when you're first starting out, some key ones to actually really be aware of is make sure you've got that window chopped out a little bit. Make sure you've got your wireless radio down that little bit. If you've got a two-way radio, have that down a little bit, because if you're on a big site, you don't want to lose communication, but if you're on a big site and you've got a lot of radio chatter, 9 times out of 10, when the operators put the last bucket on and they want you to go, someone's jabbering on the two-way, and you miss that signal. So you want to be prompt, and you want to be ready to get out of there, because that's what helps contribute to making a good plant operator in load and haul, is getting back under the bucket smooth and right every time, and also being prompt and ready to get out of there once you're gone. Because the operator can get frustrated as well, having to get on the two-way radio or blasting the horn several times to try to get you out of there because you've missed it, because you just couldn't hear the horn, or you're not paying attention and you missed it because you're not doing your job right. So we'll leave that one there. I don't want to yabber on too much more. Hopefully these have been a little bit helpful for you. Feel free to leave a comment, or even subscribe if you want, because I'm going to do a great deal more, because I've been lucky enough to be a multi-skilled operator. So I've had the luxury of driving rollers, compactors, loaders, dozers, water carts. I'll be doing videos on water carts as well, and I'll really see some leadership ones as well when I've been lucky enough to do leadership roles. So we'll leave it for now, and thank you for watching, and give us a thumbs up or a comment, and I'd appreciate your input and your feedback, because I can work and grow from that. And that's it. Thanks for your time.